Okay, it is day 4 in Zambia. We had a small group this morning, which was like a short Bible study, and now we're heading back to Susu again. Yeah, so let's go. Something I learned in Africa is that everyone can sing and dance, which you'll see more of later, but often on our daily drives to Susu, our team would break into worship songs. We taught each other songs in our respective languages, and this one is Lesa Musuma, meaning God is so good. Lesa Musuma, Lesa Musuma, Lesa Musuma, Musuma. On our third day in Susu, I got the okay to film the kids, so here's a bit more footage of the care point. The kids and the care workers would meet us every day when we arrived, and we would play with them with the simple toys we would bring. The kids would call us Mzungu, which literally means foreigner or wanderer, but usually it's just used to refer to white people. It's rare that these kids see anyone with lighter skin than theirs, so we were quite interesting to them. Also, the kids found a snake that the men had to dispose of. Before the meal, we went on more holy home visits, and this time the family that we visited seemed to be in better shape than the family we had visited yesterday. Their crops had also failed, but they expressed faith that God would provide, and the visit was full of laughter. After the visit, we went back to the care point to help feed the kids, and then continued to play with them for the rest of the time. Do it. He says he's pretty good. Are you good at it, Yuj?
It's too short.
Sure, that's what it is.
Guys. I'm pretty good.
So good. Bye.
I'm coming back.
Not here tomorrow.
But we'll be back on Friday. Yeah, it's uncomfortable in the front because it's too comfortable.
The rest of this vlog is just some thoughts coming off of a few days in Zambia. Some of the stuff I say may be a repetition of things in previous videos, but watching this back reminded me of the things I was thinking when I was there. Okay, hello friends. I wanted to give like a little bit more detail about what we are doing because so far on this trip it's kind of just been like go, and I've only given like little snippets. Basically, we are here working with an organization called Hands at Work, and we are staying in this house that you see behind me. It's called Hello.
Hey, we're here to crash your vlog.
I'm explaining what we're doing here in more detail. Come join me.
So today,
okay.
we went to the water park.
That's not true.
We saw some toucans.
We saw some lions.
Yeah, it's pretty fun in Madagascar.
Is that where we are?
And then Eugene pooped in a hole today.
That was yesterday.
That is true.
And then he pooped in his pants today.
Yeah.
The only one part of that was true, which is that Eugene did poop in a hole yesterday. Anyway, I was talking about where we're staying. So we are staying at the RST house, which stands for Regional Support Team.
Hilton Resort.
Yes.
And
What are you talking about?
Huh?
This is Best Western.
Oh.
so the Regional Support House, the people who are hosting us are Lewis and Belinda, and they are part of the service center in Kabwe. To give a little context of like what life is like here in Zambia, a lot of what we're hearing about.
I know she's supposed to talk.
Oh.
She's gonna start talking about something serious.
And then we're just chit-chatting.
So you can't get out of here. Either help with the vlog or go away. Okay, to give a little context of like what life is like here in Zambia, right now there's like a pretty severe drought that's like hitting all of Zambia and then some of Mozambique as well. In some parts of Zambia it's worse than others, but it is like definitely deeply impacting the community of Susu. Basically what is supposed to happen is like there's a rainy season and it rains for a long time, and like then there's a dry season, but the water is supposed to last for all of dry season until it starts raining again, like in late fall. But we went to go visit a family yesterday in something we call a holy home visit, which we go with a care worker. Care workers are local people who live in the community, who work with Hands at Work and the service team to care for the most vulnerable children, and then also check in on their families. And a lot of these families are like single mother households, and they often care for many children, so not just their own, but like grandchildren or, you know, other children of like relatives or something like that, and we call those people primary caregivers. But yesterday, me and Lewis, who's the head of the service center here, and then another care worker and another person from Hands, we walked about an hour to this person's house, and by house I mean like they actually live in like almost like their huts, like their clay huts with like thatched roofs, and there's like 2 buildings, so very little. And that holy home visit was really hard, I'll be honest. It was like most of the conversation was about like the drought and how it's affecting them. The house was a grandmother, her daughter, and then her daughter's children, so her grandchildren, and there was 5 kids, and then like, you know, a total of like 7 people who were living in this house. And they were just like talking about how they basically had no harvest, so a lot of what the people in Susu do is like grow their own food, like it's subsistence farming, and then they eat it or sell it. And they had like reaped no corn, which normally they would have much more, and so they were like talking about how they just like don't really know what they are going to do. Like they will like run out of food, and the stream that they usually get water from also is almost dry, which it's supposed to last again until the end of the dry season. So just looking at the kids, like their clothes are in tatters, like they're so thin and so small, and like they will go hungry this season. And it was really hard to like go there and like feel kind of helpless, because I cannot make the rains come or fill up the stream. And this drought is like affecting families like this all over Zambia, not just this one family. I think that there are different levels of like impact that the drought is having, so some people are a little better off than others, but especially people in these like really rural, remote communities have like almost nothing. But yeah, pretty heartbreaking stuff to like see with my own eyes, like how poor these people are and like the uncertainty of the situation that they face.
Yes.
They're probably I'm like vlogging, but all your background chatter is probably going to be in it. It's going to be very annoying.
I agree on that.
Okay, what else would you guys like to add? Abe, I feel like you haven't said hi to the vlog yet. Say hi. That's all he has to say. Okay, that's all for now, guys. Tomorrow we will do the same thing. So every day we do something in the morning with Hands, the service center team. Like either Bible study, praise and worship. I think tomorrow we're doing communion. And then we go into the community for several hours. We feed the kids, we play the kids, we do holy home visits, and then we come back, chill, debrief, talk about our day, and then we go to bed. Or we play some games. We're having fun here. But yeah, and then we go to bed, and then we do it again. Anyway, that's all for today. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
And they would be like, you're certified, or others would be like, not so good. I just noticed that gash in your leg. How did that happen?
I don't know.
What?
A huge gash on your leg.
A huge gash?
Well, you see how long it is?
Okay, that's not a gash though. That's a scrape.
Okay, it's great. Okay.
Abe is always hurting himself. How do you feel about Abe hurting himself all the time?
I feel like I need to wrap him in bubble wrap.